All right, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy RTY here, and today I'm here to bring you guys a deck profile, just a quick little deck profile. We were able to go 5-0 at our locals, which was really impressive. Playing Smoker, Black Smoker. Deck's been feeling pretty strong. I think over the course of the last 2 or 3 locals I brought it to, I'm like 8-2 on the list, I think. But we went 5-0 last night, so I just wanted to bring you guys a quick deck profile, talk about it, and show you guys, the list that I'm playing. It feels really strong into the meta right now, and honestly, I think if you're looking at a black deck to play that's not Lucci in the current meta, this is the one you should pick. So without further ado, let's get into it and show you the list. All right, cool. Yeah, let's get into the list here. I don't think it's anything special, but I do think it is very strong, and the deck performed very well. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it here. So obviously, leader being Smoker, very strong. And then we're obviously playing 4 Ice Age here. So starting off with our events, 4 Ice Age, and then going into our top end, we're just playing 1 Kaido. We're playing 4 Gecko, of course, and 2 Jack. The reason why we're playing Kaido is sometimes we need the emergency removal, but really Blackbeard, like Kaido into Blackbeard is really strong. I feel like that card just kind of saves me sometimes. So yeah, super strong card there, just able to deal with Burgess. The other best card in this deck that's for Smoker is Tashigi. This also is just strong removing anything. You always want to see this on your 6 Don if possible, but also removes Burgess as well because it trashes, not KOs. Then we're on 4 Rebecca, obviously just the best black card, honestly, probably besides Gecko. Helps a lot, especially because we're playing Hina and Brook. So there's times where you can just Rebecca, Hina, and then play Brook and stuff like that. So very strong card. 2 Borsellino. 2's good. This card comes up a lot. For me, sometimes I don't see Kuzan or something on 4, and against aggro matchups, this card is really good. In finals, I played against a Bello Betty, and this card got me through like 2 Karasus, so very good card. Then we're playing 3 Kuzan. Obviously, we want the reduction, but we also like the draw. It's just a staple in most black decks that can play it. It sucks, the only reason why Lucci doesn't play this card is because of Law, and we have that same symptom, but we don't really have anything else to do on 4 Don, and if they whiff Law, then we're good there. 3 Hina, 4 is a little too much. She's a brick, but 3 feels fine. Like I said, she's good. Off of Rebecca, very good high reduction as well as just being a good body. And then 4 Brook, this is another one of our removal pieces. So like Kaido, Tashigi, Brook are our main removal pieces. 4 of, because that card is just too important to our game plan. And then 2 Kobe. Emergency removal and card comes in really handy off of Rebecca. Also sometimes off of a Gecko play, and you don't like have Ice Age or something like that. You can only reduce so far, like a 5 cost. So Kobe can KO something, whereas Brook can't because it KOs a 3. So a very good card. Then on our 2Ks, we're just playing 2 T-Bone, 4 Tashigi, and 4 Suru. So we're playing a total of 10 2Ks. You can play with the ratios, but I find this works well. We really want our reduction to be pretty heavy on Suru and Tashigi. And then the searcher package is just 3 brand new and then 4 Sengoku. Sengoku busted card. This card is why we're okay with playing bricks like Hina and Kuzan and even well, not Kaido because it has to be Navy, but like Kuzan and Hina, because we can cycle them out late game, and then they're perfect cards to pitch early game off of our Sengoku. So one of my games, I opened up with 2 Sengoku. I played 1 and I actually cycled the other one because I was just planning on playing it once. And then I drew into another Sengoku. And then I played that one, and it ended up just giving me like I had 3 Tashigis in hand, a lot of 2Ks and a Rebecca, and so the game was just over from there. Everything they played just got removed by 3 Tashigis. So 4 Sengoku, I'm definitely never moving off of. 3 brand new is questionable. You can always go to 4. I don't know where you cut for 4. I feel like the deck space is pretty tight. But yeah, that's kind of like the general list right here. My matchups round 1 were Shanks, yeah, that matchup, I was able to just play 3 geckos, and I saw a Rebecca early, which I think seeing Rebecca early is probably more important than everything else in that matchup. He also didn't see enough rush, but he played 10 cost film shanks, and that got removed. 8 cost got removed. So we were able to remove the big bodies on curve while also developing blockers and staying healthy. And playing 3 geckos, you're beating almost every deck that way. Second round, we played green purple Dofi. I just saw 3 Tashigis. So by the time he was going to play Dofi, 10 cost Dofi, he didn't even see Birdcage. It didn't matter. He just had no board, no pressure the entire game. So we were able to clear everything. Round 3, I saw Nico Robin. That matchup can be a little questionable just because you don't get to develop a large hand size in that matchup. And normally one of the big bodies will stick pretty early because they get to play it a turn early or earlier than you would like. So like I had removal for Yamato, but it took an additional turn, so the Yamato did get to swing. But we ended up getting there. Very close match. I think I had 1 life left over. And then after Nico, the next match after Nico, this is round 4, by the way, in my local undefeated. I was playing against Red Green Chopper. That matchup was actually kind of tough. They're playing little things, but we're able to stabilize late game with things like Jack and Brook and just kind of wipe the board. Low hand size because I'm countering early, but or I'm countering a lot. But for the most part, pretty easy matchup. Black always does well into checks, red, green, stuff like that. And then finals was Bello Betty, which I was a little nervous about because Bello typically does pretty well into Smoker. Not, I shouldn't say well. Like Black is Bello's weakness for sure, but Lucci, it doesn't like seeing Lucci ever, and it probably doesn't like seeing Moria much better either. So Smoker, I was told, is like Bello Betty's most favorable black matchup while still being unfavored. But I opened up, my opening hand was like a Borsalino, a Rebecca, and a Brook, and a Tashiki. Nothing else mattered. So the game was just over from there. Just hard starve, play blockers. Borsalino gets me through Karasu, and then Brook removes things. We did kind of run out of removal a little bit, but luckily they play small things. So as we drew Surus, they just actually got played. I ended up winning that game at like 3 life. So this is the list. I think it's very strong. It can beat almost every deck. The only matchup I've struggled with so far is Lucci, and that's just because no matter how perfect you draw, you cannot outscale their Gecko Morias. Their Geckos are always going to be stronger than yours because your Gecko is probably playing Rebecca and something else and maybe possibly removing one thing. Their Gecko is always playing Rebecca, Helmeppo, Spandine, killing 7 things, So removing 2 things versus our deck, which maybe removes one thing a turn, is pretty rough. We're also not playing Sabo, whereas I think most Luchi lists run 1 or 2, and that's also a huge disadvantage in the mirror as well. The black mirror, I should say. But yeah, this is the list. It feels super strong. I've been able to beat Dofi, beat everything for the most part. So this is the list. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, make sure to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. And until the next time, I'll see you guys later. Peace.